Yeah, go ahead and drop that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't. I mean, come on. Especially if you're a Tua fan. I know you see the #1 jersey. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. Hey, it's your boy, Vish for Life, and we're in a special week. As you may have already know, this is gonna be the Madden 21 soft launch week. What I mean by that is it's gonna be available on EA Access. We don't know when. If it's anything like last year, it'll probably be on Wednesday, but officially announced on Thursday. But either way, this week, we can guarantee that we're getting some new Madden game action. Now, before that happens, I want to give to you just 7 things that I'm looking forward to. And once again, 7 things that I'm looking forward to in Madden 21. Let's start it up as we get that backdrop going. Alright. The first thing I'm looking forward to in Madden 21 is, of course, that man. I'm wearing the jersey. If you can't tell, let me stand up. You already know. I'm looking forward to Tua on my Dolphins. I can't wait to use him. He's definitely going to be a starter. Unlike in real life where he's got to work his way up, he's a bona fide starter. I used the Dolphins a lot last year, especially playing online head-to-head rank, and it's about time we had a quarterback we can depend on and we can believe in, and I fully believe in Tua. So yes, for Madden 21, my first reason that I'm excited for the game is he's on my team and we get to rep. Now my second reason that I'm excited for Madden 21 looking forward is going to be the run defense improving. It's pretty easy and well known that for Madden 20, the run defense was a little bit of a mess. This year, they actually taken the approach to actually reinforce it so that the run defense is much stronger than it has been in years past, especially in Madden 20. As playing the beta, you could definitely see how they advanced in that area, so I'm interested to see how in the retail plays out. One big caveat that they released in the gameplay blogs was they increased all of the runs to have the same handoff speed. Typically, if you ran like a halfback counter or a delay, that little slow handoff speed was enough time for a user to be able to, shoot the gap and tackle your quarterback before you could get to run off, making some runs just completely be useless. So the fact that they made all the handoff speeds be the same should be very interesting perk in seeing what runs we can really use this year. But either way, we can rest assured that the run defense will be improved so we can defend any run that a user throws at us. The third thing that I'm really looking forward to is being able to throw out of sacks. Let me tell you a common scenario. You drop back, you see your wide receiver open, you're hitting the B button, you're hitting and you're hitting it, your quarterback does nothing, ends up getting sacked. That probably defines a majority of plays in Madden 20. And they're finally now letting you throw out the sack. So that means even if you got that pressure coming your way, you can still get the ball out. Now, it might be a floater, might look real ugly, but at least you get the ball out to where you have a chance. This should hopefully cut down on the instances where you just feel like even though you pressed the button in a timely manner, your quarterback still did nothing and you just had to eat a terrible sack. Ugh. The next thing I'm looking forward to is fatigue actually mattering and being more effective. This is going to be shown by the fact that if you have a quarterback who you run around with, or if you have anyone in the wildcat position that's not a quarterback come out, they're going to get fatigued much easier, especially when you end up getting hit. And in most cases, when you get hit stick, you'll lose even more energy. Playing the beta, I saw the effect of this. It really made me sometimes, when using Lamar Jackson, have to sub him out and put Robert Griffin in. You'll also see these effects when you go against some corners where if they press your wide receivers, they'll actually make the wide receivers get tired because they have to get off the press. That's realistic. One of the things in Madden I always want to see is, especially on the competitive side, the head-to-head online aspect side, it's just seeing you have to account for real things. So the fact that you're telling me I have to manage my fatigue and make sure I look at my wide receivers and running backs and everyone to make sure that they're all at appropriate level, that's something I want to see more of, because there's too many people that just play and just recklessly put their players in harm's way or don't care about them. So I'm glad that they're making it a point to where you need to manage that fatigue in order to be successful. Right now I'm on number 5 on the list is going to be player movement. Player movement's been a real big thing. Obviously, it's going to be slowed down. The change of direction is going to impact how quickly you can traverse the field. You won't be able to be speeding around with just anybody. You have to have someone who's like a safety or a high-speed player. I am very big on the fact that EA decided to keep this for Madden. I don't want to go into the whole details. I know it's been a very mixed bag of people's opinions on it, but I think it's only going to make the game better. Now, what I want to see is how people adapt to it. Obviously, since you can't take as many routes as you want for granted, you're going to have to be much more decisive in what routes you are going to take away, and live with the fact that if you're wrong, you're going to get beat. I think this is going to open up the playbook a lot more, because in Madden, you know, everyone has the plays that they're going to use because not all the plays are very good. But the fact that now we have the ability to not worry about the user being able to come and take away a quick play means the playbook is going to get opened up and there's more routes you can actually throw. So I'm interested to see just what people use to scheme and make their offense come to life now that we have that ability and not have to worry about a user just running up out of nowhere and taking plays away. The sixth thing is going to be checking out the other NFL teams. I'm a big NFL fan. I always look at all the teams' movements and transactions. I'm really excited to use pretty much every team in the game, not only based on the rookies they drafted, but just how their dynamic has changed. The way that this season ended last to where we are now, there's been so much moves on these NFL teams that they're not even the same. And it's going to be interesting to see who in Madden comes up to that cream of the crop. You know, obviously I like the Dolphins, I like the Falcons because they're my two favorite teams, but I really can see myself using the Broncos because Drew Lock has a lot of weapons at his disposal. I mean, honestly, I haven't really seen a young quarterback be supported that much since I don't even know when. Then I want to know how the Seahawks are going to play. How exactly are the Vikings going to do without, you know, Stephon Diggs and all those corners? There's so much interesting dialogue and decisions I want to see play out on the NFL field that I'll have to try and Madden first just to get an idea of. So that's what really excites me for Madden 21 is as someone who plays online head-to-head regs, what we're going to see these new teams be made out of. And of course, last but not least, the seventh thing, with current Madden coming out on this gen, the next big thing is going to be next gen. I really want to know what is Madden 21 going to look like on the Xbox Series S or the PS5, whichever you're choosing. Once they get this game out, that's going to start the cycle of what we can expect on that next level. Are the graphics going to match what we saw in the trailer? Are we really going to get a big, wide, diverse of gameplay that we couldn't get in the current gen version? If you look at NBA 2K for next gen, they've already announced that they're going to have over 200 songs on that soundtrack compared to, I believe, the 50 or 49 on the current gen, which is a whole bunch more. So I really am excited to see what they're going to do with next gen Madden, because once 21 is out, that's going to be where they next move their momentum to. That being said, let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to when it comes to this Madden. If you haven't already, like the video and subscribe. I will be dropping more Madden 21 videos when the game releases. So as always, stay tuned. Peace.